What is good, YouTube? What is good, Facebook? Welcome into another show once again, man. I'm your host, Tavares Wilson. As you all know, I always get the last word. So, here for another week. A lot of things happened this week in the world of football. The combatants are set for the Super Bowl. Get into more of that tomorrow. So, tonight, let's go through the games and everything transpired. All of that. As always, man, if y'all not doing so already, go ahead and hit like, subscribe on the YouTube channel. Hit that bell notification to be notified whenever we do go live. And as well as follow me on all my other platforms, whether it's TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. The handle is the same all across the board. LastWord production. So, without further ado, man, saying, Breeze, how you feeling, bro?
Yeah, what's good, y'all? What's good, man?
I got Gino in the building. What's up, Gino?
Chilling.
Last but not least, we got my boy Mike. Mike, how you feeling, dog?
The word, bro. It's the word. I'm good.
All right, that's what's up. That's what's up. So listen, man. First thing I want to discuss, man. I want to discuss the games before we get into the coaches and things, the moves that have been made and stuff like that. So I want to discuss the games first. And I want to go through the Patriots and the Denver Broncos game firstly and what y'all gathered from that game. So I'll let you go first, Gino. What you got from that game and what did it tell you about the Patriots?
Man, what I got from that game is me personally, and again, we can't prove it. I think the Broncos win if Bo Nix is healthy. I mean, that's really all I got from that game. What I got from the Patriots is the Patriots still got a really good defense. I think the problem is the Seahawks have, in my opinion, a better complementary team, meaning that moving forward for the Patriots, I almost feel like, man, so much has to kind of go right for them to beat the Seahawks. Now, again, going right can be Sam Darnold, but Sam Darnold played real good. And we'll get into that later. But I mean, man, when it came to the Patriots and Broncos game, for me, man, it was kind of just real simple. No Bo Nix, no win. They really needed him for that one more drive. I know a lot of people got frustrated with Sean Payton about the fourth down thing. My biggest thing was the turnover itself and the fact that they went like two and a half possessions without, I mean, 2.5 quarters without scoring. I just don't think that happened with Bo Nix. I'm not trying to put the Patriots defense down. I'm not saying that the Patriots would have gave up 39 points or 40 points, but I just personally feel like if Bo Nix is there, they get to 17, the failed fourth down really wouldn't have mattered. He'd have made up for it. And then the snow would have been to the Patriot disadvantage, and we would have just all went home to Broncos and Seahawks. But that's really all I got from it, bro. Bo Nix wasn't there, and they needed him there for at least one more drive.
Okay, but what's good, Denari? What you got, Breeze?
We talking about the Super Bowl, right?
Nah, the winner. We're talking about the Patriots and what you thought of the game and the results against the Broncos.
I thought what it was. I thought it was gonna be what it pretty much was. I knew it was gonna be a defensive battle. I didn't expect a shootout or nothing. Um, from everything that happened in the game, I kind of had a feeling that the weather was gonna be a factor if it did kick in, but because early in the game the weather wasn't looking bad, but when that blizzard hit, man, it just came down to who made that one specific play. And New England came out and they made that one specific play. I do think Sean Payton did what I expected him to do. I expected him to make the game physical, muck it up as much as possible. I didn't expect him to put Jarrett Stidham in situations where you would naturally have Bo Nix in as your starting quarterback. I like the play calling that he had for him. But in the end, like I said, New England just made that one play to decide the game. It was a really very strong competitive game on the defensive end, and the better team moved on. So, like I said, I didn't expect nothing crazy. I just knew that the Broncos weren't just going to roll over and give up 1,000,000 points because Bo Nix wasn't there. So, shout out to the Patriots, man. But it was what I thought it was going to be.
Okay. What you got, Mike?
I think it started off well. Honestly, even without Bo Nix being there, I think had the blizzard not started, I think the Broncos still could have held on to win that game. The Patriots didn't do anything even before it was really storming offensively. They didn't really do much. So I don't think that would have made. I think that's what made the biggest difference. Anything. I think Jarrett Stidham had been empowered by his teammates and coaches, and he felt comfortable. You could tell they weren't necessarily handicapping him per se, but at the end of the day, he showed why he's the backup and not the starter, right? And so I think that kind of will bleed into the Super Bowl. Like the Patriots have played. I know everybody talked about like their regular season schedule and they didn't play nobody, blah blah blah. But they've played 3 really good defenses in the playoffs, like 3 of the best defenses in the league in this playoff run, and they've just been able to fortunately make one more play or make the play that kind of either bails them out or saves them from the other team kind of walking them down, if that makes sense. And so I think, honestly, like Gino said, if Bo Nix is healthy, they win that game for sure. I think that go. I think anybody watching that game can honestly make that assessment just based off what we saw and the lack of production from the quarterback spot. That's really ultimately what doing for real, the decision making and the play. So,
Damn, I thought Jarrett Stidham managed the game well. That's what I was told.
What?
Oh, he
Yeah.
did enough for them to win. He did. He did enough for them to win.
No, he did not, bro.
Yes,
Stop.
he did, bro.
No, he did not.
Bro, missing 2 field goals and you lose by 3 points, bro. You did
The
enough for your
Patriots
team to
missed
win.
2 field goals too, and Jarrett Stidham quite literally set up the only touchdown drive of the game. Stop. He played horrible.
He played horrible for a backup, bro. You are like I said, he went out there and played like an all-pro. He did what he
You
was
said
supposed
he
to do.
managed the game. He
He
didn't.
did. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing crazy. He didn't go out there and go insane.
Breeze, he literally led the only touchdown drive the Patriots had. What are we talking about? That's the end of the discussion.
Brother, Jarrett Stidham had a passing touchdown, right? Right?
So
Yes or
also,
no?
hold on.
the pass, he makes up for a terrible
I'm
decision.
just saying, just yes or no.
Well,
Did he have a passing touchdown?
First
The
drive,
receivers also dropped the shit out the ball a lot too. So I
Did
don't
he
want
have,
to just put
did
it
he have
all
a
on him.
passing touchdown? Mike, let me ask you because T gonna tell me the sky is pink. Mike, did Jarrett Stidham have a passing touchdown?
Yeah, man.
Did he have them in field goal range where Will Lutz missed 2 field goals?
Correct.
Did they lose by 3 points?
They did indeed.
If
lose
Will
by
Lutz
3
do what he get paid to do, are we having this discussion about Drake may have an
not having
86
this
yards?
conversation.
he literally missed 2 field goals
Thank
too,
you.
bro. What are we talking about?
Thank you, bro.
Like, what are we talking about?
But
Niggas make it feel like he's the only kicker that had a bad game, bro. They was under the conditions, and one of the field goals was blocked. You just so happened to miss that part. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Because T, what we're doing right now is you're really trying to say, okay, Jarrett Stidham was terrible, but he's not the starter.
Yeah.
He's not the starter. It seemed like you're holding him to the standard that you will hold Drake May to.
Starter. We might the backup for a reason. All I'm saying, man, was bad. Like, it's okay.
Bro, he did not play a bad game, bro. He did not. By a backup standard, he did not play a bad game.
He played a bad game by any standard of a quarterback.
No, bro.
Hold on. Like I said, the receivers, even they showed it on the screen. They had the most drops in the league. It was a lot of players he did put in position, and receivers was dropping shit. I'm not gonna lie. He didn't play good. The receivers doing no favors.
That's fine and dandy, man. What did Drake May do on the other side of the ball? You think he
nothing? He didn't do shit.
Throw for 86
yards. Drake May didn't do shit, but Jarrett Stidham somehow managed the game. Like
Jarrett Stidham got his team in field goal range, and the kicker missed the field goal, bro.
Did Drake May not do the same?
Are we really praising Drake?
Like, what are we talking like, bro? I'm confused on what the fuck we're talking about. Like,
but Drake you're at so this is why you
undercutting 2 field goals.
This is why you're undercutting your own argument. You're giving Drake May credit for managing the game.
I'm not giving him credit for shit. They both played a bad game. That's my point.
You just said that Drake May not manage the game. That's what you said out your own mouth. You just said that.
I said no, I didn't say that. I asked you what game do you believe Drake May played? That's what I asked.
You said did Drake May not manage the game? Those were your exact
That's not what I just told you, Mike. I asked you what did Drake May do? That's what I asked you. And you said he didn't do shit. That's what you just said. And I said
it's my opinion he didn't do shit.
All right, and I'm not disagreeing with you. I agree. My point is, but my whole thing is if we're going to say Stidham managed the game, you got to say Drake May did the same shit.
How many kicks?
They both played bad in my eyes.
How many kicks did the Patriots kicker miss?
He missed 2.
Okay. and his team won by how many? Even with him missing
What
2
the
field
fuck?
goals.
That? Oh my god.
What do
Okay, bro.
what
Okay.
have to do with it?
Okay, bro. Like I said, bro, Will Lutz missed 2 field goals. One was blocked. You can't fault the man for a blocked field goal. I don't see how we're holding that against him.
Okay, so even without that one,
he missed one other field goal. He
so we
did
get
miss a
OT.
field goal.
We
But
get
don't
OT.
sit here try to add that second one in as if he has control
No,
over.
what I'm adding in is the fact that the receivers are also dropping a lot of passes for them.
And that's again, that's cool. That does not mean Jared
Well, it's
Stidham.
not cool. That doesn't help me. What's cool about that shit?
Listen, I'm not saying it helps Jared Stidham. What I'm saying is, at the end of the day, the literal one drive the Patriots scored on came off of his turnover. The game was still when he threw an interception. That was a horrible pass. That's what it came down to.
Okay.
Like we talking about, oh, I ain't expect him to go out there and light it up like Peyton Manning or look like Bo Nix. I ain't say none of that shit. I just said the man played a bad game. I didn't say I expected him to go out there and turn into anybody.
So how much do you factor in the drops into his overall bad performance?
I mean, bro, quarterbacks deal with drops.
I'm asking about this nigga in this game with the team with the most drops in the league. That's what I'm asking.
But I'm saying, no, we literally listen. This is my point. When we evaluate these dudes, right, and when we talk about who played what, man, y'all niggas will be coming here talking about, oh well, the receivers had this problem going on. They had 2-3 drops that was critical in these moments, bro. Y'all don't be arguing that shit.
Nigga, we talking about
but now y'all bringing this shit
down
up
to
now.
2-3 plays.
You said what?
We're talking about playoff football that literally comes down to 2 or 3 plays most of the time.
But listen, this is my point. When we talking about these niggas, when we sit here and we say these dudes have bad games, y'all niggas do not bring up niggas dropping passes while the quarterback played bad. That's not what I do. Y'all don't do that shit. This is the first time I've ever heard you even.
But you bring it up though. So if you're the one who brings up,
whoa, you
bring it up for Jordan Love all the time.
When the fuck you ever heard me bring
up drops when it comes to Jordan Love all the time?
No, the fuck I don't. What the fuck?
Oh my God.
Okay, this how I know niggas. Jordan Love went out there all the time, and I said he had a bad game. What are we talking about? I didn't say shit about no drops. The only thing I sat there and said that Matt LaFleur called a bad game. That's what I said.
They lost to Philly. You was talking about drops and how Christian Watson let him down because he dropped the ball.
I didn't say shit about no Christian Watson. The only thing I was talking about was Matthew Golden and said he finally played a good game.
We'll find it. Don't worry about it. We'll dig through the archives. We'll find it.
Find him.
We'll find it.
What are we talking about? Only thing I ever say about Christian Watson is that he sucks. That's all I ever said about him. The nigga had 4 good games and the nigga turned into a number 1 receiver somehow by y'all logic. No.
The nigga they drafted in the first round wasn't doing shit.
Yeah, because again, that's why I said what I said about Matt LaFleur. The play calling was horrible. You're not gonna sit and tell me a nigga.
Hey, November 16th, 2025. Look, niggas will tell me. It said nigga will tell me Jordan Love disappointing though, but they dropping passes.
Wow, amazing.
November 16th, 2025.
Amazing.
November 16th, 2025. Okay.
Thank you.
Again, so we talking about.
Nah, T, I don't want to hear it. Moving on.
You talking about you don't want to hear it, bro?
Moving on.
Nigga, you just said you didn't say that.
Moving on.
The one play that led to.
Hey, that nigga LeBron James alive, bro.
Hey, but anyway, man, y'all boys crazy. What about the other?
Worse lies than LeBron be telling, bro. That nigga.
Bro, what am I lying about? I didn't, bro.
You said you didn't say that. He just read it.
It's why the nigga played a bad game. You're saying
you said you don't bring up
drops. Bad game.
You just read verbatim when you brought up drops. That's all I'm saying, bro.
And I still sat there and said Jordan Love played a bad game. If we're talking about the playoffs, like you just said, I said even though he finished the game with 4 touchdowns, 320 pass, and all this other shit, I said he played a bad game because he couldn't finish the drive when he had a nigga in the end zone or could have thrown a better ball. If you want to talk about some shit that I said whenever Breezer said that, I mean, hey, by all means. But I'm talking about these games that we just sat here and literally separated from regular season and playoffs. That's what we was just talking about. But
you said when we evaluate these guys, we don't bring up drops. That's what you said. So then
I said
really
you know. I never heard you make that.
You said I ain't never heard y'all bring up.
I don't make that.
Then I said
if a nigga played a bad game.
Okay.
If a nigga played a bad game, he played a bad game.
You said I never hear y'all bring up drops. I said, but you do. You said no, I don't. I don't bring up drops. And
not when it comes to these games. The
drops is drops. Who the fuck? If you've been dropping shit all year long, and then we get to the playoffs and you keep dropping shit, is that not a problem?
Bro, again, you talking about a nigga that Jared Stidham that has not played in what 2 years almost. Well, he played.
So they were leading the league with drops, even with a better quarterback.
We're not talking about a nigga who has put on the film or put on the field where he shows that he's throwing these consistently good to great passes.
Oh wow! Now
we're talking about
we pulling that card.
And this one game in particular.
Now we pulling that card.
I'm talking about this nigga and what he did this past Sunday.
Hey Mike, the team is religiously dropping passes, but we're gonna blame it on the quarterback because I never seen him
religiously dropping passes, bro.
Well, remember earlier in the year he was talking about how Bo Nix suck and all this other shit. It was 15 quarterbacks better than Bo Nix.
When they beat
hey, Gino, you see how it is, bro? You see how it is.
But now it's the niggas dropping passes.
It's crazy.
What I'm saying is earlier in the season you was talking about how it's 15 niggas better than Bo Nix ass.
It is 15 niggas better than Bo Nix. Just because he played one good playoff game don't mean he top 15.
No, we didn't say that. That's not what we're saying. Nobody said that. You ain't gotta reach that far.
I'm just saying, like, so what is Bo Nix about the playoff game? It's the fact that you said the nigga was cheeks. You said the nigga was cheeks most of the year. It was 15 niggas better than him. That me saying
you never factored in the drops even when you made that statement.
Me saying he's not top 15 is not me saying he's ass. I just believe
Bo Nix is ass. I can name 15 niggas better than him. Those were your words.
I said he's not good. I think he's decent. I ain't said the man was ass. I got the clip. I can pull the clip up. I literally clipped this shit.
I don't know about you.
He's not. I said he's not that good. I think he's decent, but he's not that good.
So wait, before we move on, who were the 15 you had better than him?
I had a video on TikTok. You go look at it.
Because
it's some niggas on that list that should not have been on that list. I'll just leave it like
that. Who, bro? You got who?
It was some niggas on that list that should not have been on that list.
Bro, nigga, bro. Okay.
Hey, go ahead. My fault. I just wanted to know if we were factoring that in. I agree he didn't play good, but I'm just saying dropping the shit. I'm already a backup, nigga. You dropping passes is not helping me.
Hey, listen. I agree with you. The drop passes don't help, but I'm sorry, bro. When you literally lead the one touchdown drive for the team that won the game because they got more points on the board than you, I'm sorry. No, that's not a good game. I mean, It's not even the fact that it's not a good game. You didn't manage the game because you quite literally made the difference in the game for the other team. That's my opinion. But
November 14th, 2025, you said Bo Nix might not even be top 20.
Hey, and I stood on that shit. You
shouldn't have. That's the problem. It's 32 on a bad take. Don't mean you should double down on the bad take.
I can admit when I'm wrong, gang. I'm not you, Breeze. I can admit when I'm wrong.
Wait, bro. I was always admit when I'm wrong.
Not you. Admit when he's wrong, except for tonight. Now
I'm admitting I'm wrong. I just admit I'm wrong about Bo Nix not being top 20. But I literally said on video that he's not top 15. That's what I said.
Tell me when I didn't admit I was wrong.
Nigga, all the fucking time. You literally did this shit with Colts and Anthony Richardson. You sat here and you made it seem like for months that this nigga just was meant to fail. Like for failure. You did that shit, not me.
So wait, when it come to me telling the truth, you talking
that's
about
not
Anthony
the truth.
Richardson?
That's not, bro. No, that's not the truth. No.
I mean,
everybody and their auntie, Gino, great auntie knew that nigga should not have played the first game of the season. Or even that first team, and niggas still put that nigga on the field.
You could do way better than that. You could do way better than that. Please, you right now you acting like Anthony Richardson was drafted to the Jets.
I'm acting like Anthony Richardson was drafted to a disadvantaged situation. That's what he was drafted to.
Hey, Mike. He got an O-line. He got receivers. He got a running back.
None of that means he was ready to play week one.
Please tell me what more.
None of that means he was ready to play week one.
What more do he need?
And then Jonathan Taylor was hurt when he first got.
What more did he need?
He needed time to develop. The
what
nigga
more
only
did he
played 12 games in college. What are we talking about?
What more did he need? How do you develop?
I must be speaking fucking Swahili because I swear to God I just said the answer.
Tell me how do you develop playing football?
You get in the film room, you learn coverages, you break
time
down.
out. How do you develop playing football? All that sound good. You do that every day.
Bro, 70% of the game is mental processing. What are we talking about? Especially at the quarterback position. If the nigga don't know the defensive coverages, how the fuck do you expect him to know where the ball should go?
So I can lead a horse to water, but I can't make it drink. I could teach Anthony Richardson for 48 hours straight.
Fancy ass
I can go over, bro. You can go over plays.
The nigga came into the league.
You can do all this.
He was a literal fucking diamond in the rough that literally needed to
a diamond or a piece of coal. Because T, what you doing right now? Ooh. What you doing right now? You're making excuses for a guy who's getting paid.
It's not an excuse. It's a fact.
Who's getting paid millions of dollars just to learn the game.
Fact.
You're making excuses for a guy who's getting paid millions of dollars to learn the game. This guy is focused on rapping.
Him knowing he was.
This guy is focused on rapping. He doesn't want to play football, bro.
He's focused on rapping. It's crazy. Dog.
He's making mixtapes right now.
And listen. I'm not sitting here telling you.
Come on.
I'm not sitting here telling you.
Come on, man, bro. His biggest hurdle is himself.
No, the biggest hurdle he had
because you can't tell me since high school.
That's my
since high school when he was completing 50% of passes, in college when he was completing 50% of passes, nobody put structure around him. Nobody told him the game. If he don't want to learn, he don't want to learn.
The nigga. First of all, again, the nigga only played 10 to 12 starts in college. So we can't sit here and make it seem like he had 3 years under his belt where he was playing for a juggernaut and he was going to compete against the best teams in the league. I mean, not the league, in the conferences. It was in the SEC, but at the same time, the nigga missed time. On top of the fact he wasn't asked to do anything complex or at the level of reading defenses. He was a one-read quarterback, and that shit wasn't there. You take the fuck off. They didn't ask that nigga to be anything or learn the game.
Wow, you hear that? So that sounds like a problem all the way back since high school because nobody told him the game of football.
So
that sounds like a pop water problem.
Let me get this straight. So niggas like Lamar, niggas like Josh Allen, niggas like hell. Even if we want to look at a nigga like Jameis Winston, like these niggas can go to situations, they can learn how to become the quarterbacks that people believe they can be because they put in the work, which at one point, feel however you want to feel about AR, but at one point, he went out and hired these quarterback coaches that work with these guys. He went out and got in the lab and changed his throwing mechanics. He went into these meetings and shit trying to learn his fundamentals of the game. You can feel however you want to feel about him. That's cool. I'm not saying the nigga good, but I'm saying don't tell me when you got all-time great quarterbacks like Rodgers and Mahomes sitting behind niggas for a whole year, that the coach did not do a nigga a disservice when he clearly was not ready to take the field. You can feel however you want to feel about that, but that's the fucking truth. That's the truth.
Hey, Mike, Gino, before Daniel Jones came to Indianapolis, what was he considered?
I mean, bust, average.
Please tell me how this man came in 7 weeks looked like an MVP in the same exact system. Please tell me.
You comparing the nigga who's been in the league 6 years.
No, we comparing the nigga who looked like a bust. Who was throwing picks.
But Daniel Jones is the same nigga that won a playoff game. Bust or not, he went to the playoffs and won a playoff game. We can sit here and talk about Daniel Jones being ass, and I agree he had some bad times in New York, but it's fucking New York. How many quarterbacks have had success in New York? Outside of Eli Manning, what are we talking about? And that nigga wasn't that damn good. So again, we're going to sit here and make these statements. We gotta be factual about this shit, bro.
We gotta be factual. The man don't want to play football.
Little too much, T. Like Daniel Jones just wasn't good.
Bro,
you can win a playoff.
Time out. Wait. No, I'm not sitting here telling you Daniel Jones is good. That's not my point. My point is your situation, and we are literally seeing this play out in live time with Sam Darnold right now. Your situation as a young quarterback will dictate and control what you are more so than your self-will. You can agree and disagree with that.
Hold on. Sam Darnold is really the exception because
there's Sam Darnold exceptions because Geno Smith did the same shit with the Jets. We seen the same shit happen with Baker Mayfield.
Hold on, Josh. What happened with Josh Rosen? Hold on. What happened with Josh Rosen?
Josh Rosen was ass, like some niggas ass. It's not that these niggas are all going to figure it out other places. But when niggas are talented, The talent will work out as long as they have a situation that actually helps their development.
And most of those dudes are in the minority. Like most of the dudes,
Yeah,
most
Trey
of these
Lance is a
dudes are
perfect example
literally
of
in the
that.
minority. For every one quarterback that works out, most of them not. And that's not a shot at Daniel
I mean,
Jones.
because Trey
Most
Lance
dudes
was with
not
Kyle
gonna work
Yeah.
Shanahan
out.
and couldn't figure it
Listen, Gino. I'm gonna say this last point. We're gonna move on because we got off topic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not disagreeing. I agree with you that is the quote unquote minority. My point is, it's not impossible. My point is, you can't sit here and tell me a nigga who we all knew, regardless of how you feel about AR, we all knew he was not ready to take that first snap of the season. Everyone knew that, except for the coaches themselves, the team that evaluated him and drafted him. That is a bad organizational move.
And
I don't give a fuck what we talking about.
Yeah,
If you
and
want
all
to
I'm-
say, if you want to say he's not good, cool. But don't tell me they did what they could for him when they literally did the exact opposite. So
And
again, if y'all want to feel that way, cool. That's on y'all. I just don't agree with that.
hold on, one last thing, Tina. We can move on. All I'm saying is that decision from the Colts is from that decision of chasing that anomaly, because it wasn't just the coach. Like, again, before he got drafted, I said he should not be a first round pick because it's going to be this situation here where a team feel like they need to play him. The belief that he was the anomaly is why he dealt with kind of the situation he dealt with. Because unless you go to the Packers, you're not sitting for 3 to 4 years. If you're a first round pick. So a lot of that SEC hype, ESPN hype, Florida hype, that's what bit him more than anything. Because if Indiana didn't do it, somebody else was going to do it, believing that they were getting Josh Allen. And Josh Allen, Lamar, like those are anomalies of anomalies, bro. But we can move on off that one.
I'm just saying, with that line, that running back, that receiver core, you get that tight end. Bro, you set up to go do great thing. And I ain't even saying he had to go out there and be an all pro, but the nigga has regressed every single year. He is literally getting statistically worse every single year. The man got benched for Joe Flacco. The man lost his job to Daniel Jones. The man is injury prone. The man is fighting his own battles. Not only does he not care, he's not healthy. He can't stay healthy. But moving on, go ahead. Moving on, man.
All right. Well, next game we're going to speak on, man. We're going to speak on the the Seahawks and the Rams game. That was just all the fireworks that we expected from this game and this rivalry. So, Mike, I want to start with you, man, since these are divisional rivals. What you thought of the game and what you got from it, from the Seahawks?
First and foremost, fuck them both. That's just off it, of course, in true fashion. But honestly, I hate the Rams a little bit more than I hate the Seahawks. So I definitely didn't want them whole ass niggas to win the game. It's because they fans is obnoxious as fuck and they talk the most. So I wasn't mad that the Seahawks won, but it did look like the same thing. The problems that the Rams were having all year with special teams was one of their biggest issues in their secondary. They addressed neither of those issues by the trade deadline. You fired a special teams coach, and then your special teams bit you in the ass down the stretch of the season without him being there. So it wasn't just the coach. It's the people that you got in position as far as the players go. You get a muff punt, but at the same time, they got that back because you got Tariq Woolen, dumbass, getting a timing call, and they scoring the next play. So they got the penalty back. He dropped a pick the play before that and then gave up that bomb to Puka the next play after the time. So it's like they got that back. Even with them getting finessed on that, they got it right back. I think that they need to – the Seahawks pretty much have the most complete team between the two teams that's left, between them and the Patriots, obviously. They have better offensive weapons across the board total. And then the quarterback play, I mean, honestly speaking, Drake May has not played well in the playoffs at all. So you can't even say that he's better than Sam Darnold. That is a wash. Sam has actually played pretty well. So you have to give it to Sam. The edge there, the running backs, I mean, you got a better 1-2 punch with New England because Charbonnet, his name is hurt.
We're doing that tomorrow.
Huh?
We're not comparing the two teams right now. We're doing that tomorrow.
That's fair. But with all of that being said, I think that it was a good game, man. It just came down to mistakes. Like we said, make that one play. So, like, even though they went back and forth, they put the Rams in position to where they bled the clock. Like that 4-minute drive at the end of the game, you know that their secondary is not getting a stop, which made Sean McVay have to do things like go for it on the fourth down Whereas maybe if you was getting stops on defense, you could have kicked that field goal, been down 31-30. And then even if they do score, you still down 8. You need a touchdown, but at least you give yourself a chance to get a stop and have to win the game with a field goal versus a touchdown. So it just, all of their games were good. Even the first one, the Seahawks lost. I felt like they blew that game versus the Rams winning it. Then obviously the crazy stuff happened in the second game on Thursday Night Football with the backwards pass that ended up actually being a touchdown and all of that. That was crazy. So this was supposed to kind of be the game that decided who the better team really was, as far as no fluky shit happening, no wild shit. Who's the better team? Pen to paper, belt ass, and Seahawks handled their business. So I got to give them credit.
All right, what you got, Gino?
The word for me is going to be execution. I kind of disagree, Mike, about the if I heard you wrong, my bad, about the fourth down decision. I'm 100% with the fourth down decision, and I understand why Sean McVay did it, because in 2023 against us, he trusted that his team with 8 minutes left was going to get that 1 point, and they failed to do it. Last week against Chicago, the reason they only got to overtime is because they converted a fourth down. Now, it doesn't mean you're going to get a fourth down every time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, in that situation where I don't know if I'm going to get the ball back, I don't really feel like I've been stopping these guys. I just don't know. So I'm not going to knock them too. And even in a situation where they get the 3, to be honest, if I'm Seattle, I get up by 1 point, I'm not going for a touchdown. I'm getting 2 first down. This game is over. Because I don't need a touchdown. I would be foolish to get a touchdown and give Stafford another chance to walk it down. And that brings me back to the points where I feel like at the end of the day, Seattle executed. I feel like at the end of the day, when LA was kind of off and LA was kind of pulling themselves back into the game or getting on top of the game. You talked about this kind of throughout the year, Mike. There were just some times where LA was real bad at executing. And they would be real bad at executing things like they were elite at. Like they would get in the red zone sometimes. Can't execute. The fumble, again, fluky. Dude probably was, in the moment. But again, another example of not executing. It feels as if, to me, the Rams should have won. It feels to me like Stafford didn't make a mistake. It feels to me like I just can't go, hey man, Sean McVay, I didn't like that. I just feel like they didn't execute. I feel like if you're the Rams and you go back and you look at this game, it's just that, like Mike said, we didn't make those 1 or 2 plays. And I give a lot of credit. And again, we just talked about guys not being the anomaly, but you got to admit now that Sam Darnold is the anomaly. Because he's gotten to the Super Bowl and he played a great game, and you didn't have to overcome Sam Darnold at any point to me. Like you didn't have to worry about him throwing a pick, and Shady and Aksho can talk about the Rams let it happen. I'm gonna be honest, I didn't feel like the Rams let anything happen. I feel like Sam Darnold made it happen, and the Rams overall might not have executed as a team, but that's in part because the Seahawks just executed better. And so I feel like at the end of the day, Sam Darnold should bare minimum feel good about himself. We don't know what's going to happen in the Super Bowl. We'll talk about that tomorrow. Like the defense should feel good about themselves, and overall, the Seahawks should feel good about themselves because the better team or not, they executed better. And I really don't care if you want to go for it on fourth down, you want to kick the field goal or whatever. These teams need to be held accountable for not executing better, because that's what these games is coming down to: decision or no decision. The Rams did not execute that fourth down. They did not execute, and they would have kicked the field goal. They probably wouldn't execute stopping Seattle. So execute better.
Okay. What you got, Breeze?
Overall, it was a really good game. Started out slow. From what I saw, like Gino said, Sam Darnold may just be the anomaly, but at this point, I would chalk it up more to experience than him actually being the anomaly. Because if he would have developed like this in one setting, then I can say, okay, if maybe even in the second setting, when he went from New York he got traded from the Jets to Carolina, right? If he would have somehow found a home in Carolina and became Sam Darnold, then I could say, okay, it was the Jets. But Sam Darnold has been through the up and downs. He went from the Jets to Carolina to San Fran to Minnesota, and now he's in the Seahawks uniform. And throughout that journey, I'm pretty sure he's seen every defense you can see, every coverage you can see. I'm pretty sure he's done a lot of research on the film that showed his weaknesses in moments. The seeing ghosts, and antsy feet in the pocket, staring down receivers. I'm gonna chalk that up to his experience and his development in himself. Because no coach can go out there and teach him how to do what he just did. Because Sam Darnold coming out of USC was almost a perfect prospect, graded almost. Great arm. He blew people away at the pro day. The film was there, but the knock on him was always the moment was too big. He would shrink in small moments. He would always get in the way of himself. And how do you get over that? You practice. You get in situations where we saw him when he folded against the Rams. We saw the game with the Jets where he was seeing ghosts against the Patriots. We saw a couple headaches in Carolina. Like, we saw everything that eventually led up to what Sam Darnold is now. So congratulations to him. I love to see the success story. How does this affect, like, future prospects moving forward? I'm curious to see, because in situations like when you put a Sam Darnold in a situation like a Seattle, when you have a stellar defense, and you have great weapons on the outside, they bought in Shaheed. They really bought into what Sam Darnold is, and they put weapons around him to fit his strong suit. Like JSN has showed he can be a wide receiver one this year. This was his breakout year. Shaheed killed the intermediate game when they brought him in. That backfield with Walker and Charbonnet stood up for him. They did their thing. Solid tight end play. Good. Just what I took from the game, bro, is really that you can really overcome if you put the work in. And I don't want to keep harping on, Sam Darnold in the past, but I'm glad to see his development. I'm glad to see him become what he was viewed that he can become. And, I'm just curious to see what's up with Matt Stafford now. Y'all think it's over? Y'all think he's going to hang it up right into the sunset, or you think he got one more hurrah?
One more.
No, I think he got one more in him.
I think he win MVP for sure. He gonna come back.
You think he stays in LA?
Oh yeah, he's under contract. I think. I don't think he's a free agent after this year, regardless.
This is a.
I think they gave him like a 2-year extension.
What's the name year for him? Like, they could break out of the contract and re-sign him, or just give him that more money up front and then give him that, you feel me, last 2020 and then, try to make one more run. But yeah, that's about it. Yeah. I think
I wouldn't do none of that. I just pay him whatever's on the deal that he could take, because we got to build the roster, bro. You seen what happened in the playoffs. You want to keep scoring 40 and losing, or you want us to build a defense? Like,
I mean, they're supposed to have a defense. They players ain't show up, but
they do. They ain't got a secondary. They had a secondary all year. Them boys cheap.
Yeah, so
they made moves in the secondary too. That's what make it crazy. Like Cam Kitchens, Cam Curl, the dude Young they traded for.
I'm picking up niggas named Cam apparently, because that's
too many damn Cams, bro.
Too many
Cams is crazy. But I'm gonna speak on the game, man. I mean, first and foremost, I gotta give props to Sam Darnold, man. I watched Sam Darnold for years. He quite literally unplayable for the Jets a long time as a Dolphin fan, but I love to see that he found success in other places, in other areas, because, like I said not too long ago, man, I'm a firm believer, and I seen this TikTok video about this. I seen a guy post this, that there's a quarterback development problem in the NFL, and I truly believe there is a problem. So, again, I'm a firm believer in that, and I love to see that Sam Darnold has, and whether it took 7-8 years, I believe this is year 9 for him, if I'm not mistaken. It took some time, but he's here now, and that's what you love to see from guys who always had the potential, the talent, but they just wasn't in the quite right the situations, or didn't have the right scheme fits, or whatever the case may be. So let me shout out to Sam first, but now I want to talk about the Rams, and I remember Will said this in the chat that Sean McVay basically choked the game away or something like that because he went for it on that 4th down. I thought that was just horseshit. I'm gonna be real. I agree completely with Gino. Like, this, you got to play the game, bro. Like, we see we can't get a stop. Sam Darnold's out here having a career day damn near against us. We need our offense on the field. They're by far the best unit today. I'm going to trust Matt Stafford to get me a first down before I trust Jared Verse and Cam Curl to get a stop. That's just what it is. And if people want to knock McVay for that, then I don't know what to tell you, because I'm going out there and I'm doing the same shit. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, you got to play the game that's in front of you, bro. Like, it sounds good some days. I know I was talking about this a couple weeks back while teams aren't taking field goals, et cetera, whatever the case may be. You still have to play the situation. You have to. Do you really trust your team to get that stop in that situation? You don't. So I'm not going to knock Sean McVay for that decision. The only thing is, I do agree with y'all, both Mike and Gino, is that the execution was not there. Special teams has once again reared the ugly heads around the corner for this team yet again. I thought the muff fumble was the difference in the game. I mean, I don't see how it isn't. But at the end of the day, two great teams when I done had a great game. I can't be mad at any of it. I can't be mad at the results. I don't have no dog in this fight. So, you know, Puka when I did play great, won me some money. So shout out to him. So that's about it, man. That's all I got.
I want to say one quick thing, Mike, Tavares, to the what you said, Breeze, about the quarterback and Sam Darnold. Like, if you are, in my opinion, going to take a chance on a project quarterback, they gotta go through Kyle, KOC, or McVay. Like, if you're gonna take a chance on a project quarterback, even as much as I don't like Anthony Richardson, the prospect quarterback, if I'm Anthony Richardson, I get out of Indiana, I get to San Francisco and I learn what I need to learn. I get to Minnesota. Not a guarantee, because obviously we see JJ McCarthy, but if you want to try a reclamation project, those are three teams I go to. And I think Sam Darnold kind of also proved that. Like, if you want to find that anti-broken quarterback development, yeah, one of those guys.
I think that's what you brought up, Trey Lance. I think low-key that's kind of what doomed him too. Like, same thing, he had 1 year starting, but then you go to a team that's Super Bowl ready. We just happen to have a shit ton of injuries. Ended up with a top 12 pick, traded up to 3. So it's like we didn't have the patience with him that we needed to develop him. We didn't have time for that shit. It was, can you go now or not? He got hurt, broke the ankle right after Jimmy broke his.
Then
Purdy just showed up and played. So it was like, all right, well, we got it. You good. We ain't got time to go back to you and see if you better. Like, it was over with.
And this is my thing. Before we move on, you said this is year 9 for Sam Darnold, right?
8 or 9. 8. They got drafted in 2018. Yeah.
So let's just say, for example, he started peaking in year 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck got 7 years to wait for that?
I'm not saying you need to wait for it.
I'm just saying, like, please, because that contract, you gotta pick up that 5th year option, extension talks. Bro, Sam Darnold, he went from team to team, but I don't think him sitting in one specific setting and waiting for him to become Sam Darnold that we see now, I don't think that would have happened, bro. I think him hitting rock bottom really sped up the process for him. And if Anthony Richardson is going to have a redemption story, I think him hitting rock bottom was going to help. Because if you look at it, bro, he's been pampered and he's been catered to his whole football life. Because you can't tell me that coming from high school, completing 50% of passes, going to college, completing 50% of passes, nobody sat you down and said, look, son, we got to work on this. They were just fascinated with him running 4.4 and him being 250 and running niggas over. That's it.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, Bruce. I'm not saying that an organization has to wait 7 years. I'm just saying, like, if you want to get that return on investment and you don't want to draft a quarterback and you want to do what Tavares is saying, I'm going through somebody that touched one of those 3 trees. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm getting a quarterback. If I'm not drafting a quarterback and I want to do a reclamation project of a quarterback, you had to have gone through McVay, KOC, or Shanahan. Those are the kind of like the 3 trees. Maybe I don't like the Packers, so obviously I'm gonna say fuck Matt LaFleur. But those are the 3 trees that I would trust to grab my Sam Darnold from. I'm not grabbing Sam Darnold from whatever the Cowboys got going on with Joe Milton. I'm not grabbing anything over there. And like, even with Detroit, after we seen how Hendon Hooker went, like I'm not grabbing a quarterback from anywhere other than those trees because I think Sam Darnold and even Daniel Jones spent the year last year with KOC. Like those trees are kind of demonstrating that there's something that they can teach these players to kind of get over themselves and get over the hump. That's really all. You don't have to wait 7 years on a quarterback you draft, but if you're trying to get a quarterback you didn't draft them, I would go with one of those trees who have given that experience and time. That's all I'm saying.
They know like one thing,
All
even though they was ass, they could throw darts. Anthony Richardson can't. But moving on. Go ahead, bro. Moving on. Man,
right, we'll talk about Bill.
fucking screen.
Talk about Bill Belichick getting snubbed from the first ballot Hall of Fame. So before I let y'all go, I'm just gonna say this, man. Bill Belichick is quite literally the greatest coach this game has ever seen and this game has ever had. We're talking about a second all-time wins, 12 Super Bowl appearances, eight wins, most all-time. And we're talking about a guy who, in his decade, he had a decade stretch, I believe, where the Patriots had a top 10 scoring defense. And it was, most of those years, they was a top 5 unit. So we're talking about one of the greatest minds this game has ever seen. So, and I get it, the whole cheating scandal situations, the Deflategate, Spygate, whatever people want to talk about. I understand it completely. But to me, this just showcased that the voters just don't need to be voters, bro. Like, it's some people that don't need the job. And in my personal opinion, I don't care what the reason it was. If you want to sit here and say it's the cheating scandals, then hey, by all means, bro. The man won 3 championships after that. So it's like, if we want to sit here and make that the reason why Bill Belichick, again, the greatest coach this game has ever had, is not a first ballot Hall of Famer, then I just don't know what we're talking about, bro. Because again, it's not even about Tom Brady, because I know they're not gonna do Tom Brady like this. I guarantee you, once Robert Kraft is done, they're not doing this to Robert Kraft either. He will be the, when it's all said and done, once his name touched the ballot. So I think this is more, I thought this is more so of a, I think it's more personal than anything. And I know a lot of people want to say Bill wasn't big in the media. The media didn't really too much care for Bill Belichick, so that could play a factor. I don't know. But whatever the reason it is, this is a horrible look for the game, in my opinion. But what you got, Gino?
I kind of I look at it like this, Tavares. Well, everybody, I look at it like this. I feel like you should have to explain yourself if you said no. Now I saw a couple of voters on Twitter say, we don't have to reveal ourselves and all of that, or it's optional. Like, look, dude, y'all don't got like y'all not writing about the president. You don't got the nukes, the cold nukes. You're not on the Supreme Court justice. Like, you're not something to the point where you can't release why you did something. Like, the fate of the world is not going to break if you explain to me why you said no to Bill Belichick. Like, these guys need to explain, like, how we can get up here, get on camera, give our opinion and all of that stuff. Whoever said no needs to explain. Whoever said yes needs to explain. If you want to ask me, well, if they said yes, should they explain? Yeah, explain. Everybody explain, because I need to know why. And it's not just with Bill Belichick. It's other Hall of Fame selections too, where it's like, I just need to know why. Now, if you want to tell me, because again, I look at it like this, Tavares. I honestly think they don't like Bill Belichick. Like, there are people who don't like him.
Yeah.
The reason can vary, and I almost look at it like when your boss don't like you at work. Your boss can't fire you because he doesn't like you, but if you did something that's quote unquote worth fireable, he's not gonna say I don't like you. He's gonna say, well, remember that time when Gino didn't come to work for like that week? I should have fired him then. I should have did this then, or now I'm doing it now. So I feel like the whole cheating thing, cheating scandal, is just, if I don't like you, I don't have to get up here and say, well, I did it because I don't like you. Now I can say, well, I did it because you cheated. But to your point, if you're gonna do it to him, got Robert can't get in. Brady even made a statement the other day, like I was with Belichick the whole time. Basically, the Tom Brady passive aggressive way of saying, let me see if you're gonna put me out. Let me see if you're gonna have the audacity to not let me be first ballot Hall of Fame. Because we know like Tom isn't sometimes gonna say it, but he'll just, well, I was with him all the time. Basically saying, I dare y'all not to put me in. Kind of because again, to me, it's just the fact they don't like him. Even when you look at the North Carolina situation, North Carolina don't even like him. It's only been 1 year. So whatever it is about Bill Belichick's personality, people are making up in their minds, I don't like you, and I'm taking it upon myself to set the world straight. And I want you to explain that. Like Kevin Durant, even Kevin Durant is right about something, even though he's said about the NBA. These media personalities, to a degree, are ruining sports because it becomes bigger than just sports. It becomes very personal, and
Right.
then it becomes very grandstanding because they're trying to set the world right. When, quite frankly, don't set the world right. Just put that man in the Hall of Fame and then write your column, and then maybe we'll come agree with you or not. Other than that, they need to explain, and if they can't explain, then all of them don't need to vote again, as far as I'm concerned. I know that won't happen, but that's what should happen. You can't explain all pros, Pro Bowls, all that stuff where people legacies on the line. You need to explain. If you do not explain, you do not get to vote. Turn your camera on, 10 minutes, run down your list, give us your why, and let's see if you should continue to keep voting. That's kind of where I'm at with it.
Okay. What you got, Mike?
My bad. I feel the same way, but I also look at it like they've fucked over people who should have been first ballot Hall of Famers a ton. They fucked over T.O. It made T.O. wait, what, 4, 5, 6 times?
Mm-hmm.
When we know universally he's the top 3 receiver all time. Like, whatever order you want to put him in, he's my personal favorite. But if you want to put him below Randy, you want to put him below Jerry, whatever, cool. But we know universally he's top 3. Man was top 3 in touchdowns, catches, yards, and everything that matters to his position. And you made him wait 4, 5 years because you didn't like him. Because he was doing setups in his driveway at his crib when you brought your ass out there to record on microphones. You don't like Bill Belichick because he's not giving you clickbait or giving you quotables for your newspaper articles. He's an asshole. So I'm gonna be an asshole in the back end. That's soft as hell. You should absolutely 1,000%. We should know who's voting for him. We don't even know who these people are. You know who's voting, how many people are voting, and why you made your decision. It don't have to be a long drawn out. It could be a paragraph long. Why did you make the decision to put this person? Even if you put them in, if you would have been first ballot, cool. These are the 10, 15, whatever writers that made the decision. These are their reasons for why they felt Bill was deserving of first ballot Hall of Fame. Because at the end of the day, they get to hide behind it. We don't know these people, no different than any other Hall of Fame. We don't know who these motherfuckers are. They say the writers and this and that. It's a billion fucking writers. Even though newspapers are dead, there's a billion newspaper companies and like the Times and this and that and publications where you got 20, 30 people on a staff covering just sports. You got 20, 30 people covering fashion, whatever the case is. You got to put your name on that shit. Because if you really feel that way and it's that deep to you, then you got to stand on it. Bill stood on everything he did through his career. The Spygate shit, how people was talking to him, he never switched up. Whether you like it or not, he was consistent for 20 plus years of coaching. Man got 8 fucking championships. You talking about he not a first ballot Hall of Fame. That's the dumbest shit I've ever seen. There's no justification for it. I don't care if you hate him. Bill could have slept with your girlfriend at prom when y'all went to high school together. I wouldn't care, bro. 8 championships is 8 championships. Point blank, period. And he did it more 7 with the Patriots. The one is the DC with the Giants, I think it was.
6 with the Patriots, 2 as the
6
DC.
with the Patriots, and then the 2 with the Giants, right? As the DC or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So not only did I do it, but I won 8 championships spanning the total of 3-4 decades. Because that was what, the 80s when they won those? Or was it the 90s?
It was
80s.
It was 80s.
So 80s, 90s I didn't win, 2000s I won, 2010s I won. So spanning 4 decades, I have 8 total championships, and I'm not a first ballot Hall of Famer. Stop playing. So you better do it to Tom. And like Gino said, Tom basically daring niggas. I wish you would. Not first ballot Hall of Fame. Me, I dare you. He daring. Tom don't care. Tom gonna be ignorant. He gonna get Tom don't give a fuck no way. So he daring them. So let's see what they do when it's Tom turn. If you do it to Tom, I ain't got no complaints. It's fair. But we know they're not going to, and that's why it's an issue.
All right, what you got, Breeze?
I'm conflicted, bro.
That's your ass, man.
Keep it real, man.
They conflicted.
Bill Belichick is the greatest coach in sports history, in every sport. I don't know one coach that is greater than Belichick that has gotten the most out of the little that he had, player personnel wise, because we can say Phil Jackson was great, but Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, Horace Grant, Ron Harper, those were some hella players. It's been years the Patriots defense had Walmart workers out there. It's been years the Patriots offense had Best Buy employees out there, and he took them to Super Bowls and he won. Bill Belichick deserves his respect, and he shouldn't be slighted at all. Now, on the other hand, Deflategate happened against my team. It was in the AFC Championship. They deflated them damn balls, and they was practicing with them deflated balls throughout the whole week. Mm-hmm. My dog Andrew Luck had one chance to make his Hall of Fame stamp, and he got his ass whooped that game because he did not know how to throw deflated balls. He did not know how to throw deflated balls. Now, it hurt me personally because the way Andrew Luck's career turned out, had he won that Super Bowl, we possibly could have lost to the Legion of Boom. But me being a diehard, I'm gonna say we would have took that. But if you're gonna, I kind of understand why they did it, because we can say the same thing about what's the baseball player? They're like they're trying to slander him for steroids.
Bond, I mean, a lot of them. Bonds, Clemens.
Yeah, Barry Bonds.
Pick a name.
Clemens. Like, there's a lot of people that get a lot of people that get flack because of unethical things that they do in the span of sports. Now, I agree with them on holding people accountable in that regard. But if you do it to Bill, you got to do it to every single person. You got to go do it to Michael Jordan, because Michael Jordan was taking steroids at one point. You got to go do it to a bunch of players, bro. You got to go. If you're gonna do this, it's a wormhole you're gonna have to go down. That's not gonna be pleasant to fans and all that stuff of sports, because a lot of players was taking PEDs, a lot of players was rigging games, a lot of officials was doing shit to sway stuff. You got to go and you got to take this farther than it need to be taken. Well, so I'm not gonna lie, I think it's wrong, because if you just look at Bill Belichick as a mind, as a football coach, as a leader of men, he's the one guy from that era that has that militant approach. He's the definition of a leader of men. He's not a player-friendly coach. We're not buddies. Nah, this is a chain of command. This is how it's gonna run. I remember hearing stories in New England, you can't even have your phone in the facility. No social media and stuff going on. When we practicing, full attention. They wasn't playing, bro. He did let Gronk slide with a couple things, but Gronk on that field wasn't an idiot. Gronk may have his bright personality, but he got Gronk to be a model citizen on the field, bro, as far as playing the game right. So Bill Belichick deserves his respect, bro. But if they're gonna do this, they need to do it to every single person with questionable behavior throughout their careers. Every single Hall of Famer, do it to everybody.
Real quick before you go, T, I'm gonna say this, Breezo. When it's personal, people not gonna do it to everybody. That's why I feel like it's personal. It's like, again, it's like when your boss don't like you. Mike can come in late when the boss like him. I come in late. Oh man, I gotta write you up. This is the third time. Like when it's personal, I don't got to do it to everybody. I just got to do it to you. And that's why I'm looking at it like, nah, these dudes got to get up here and explain that, bro. Because like you just said, Breezo, it's probably some people on a ballot right now that they gave a pass to who have accusations or proof of cheating or whatever, that they gave actual passes to, that we could see they voting history. We could ask the question, well, why not Bill? Like, you let him pass, why not Bill? And even when we talk about baseball and Barry Bonds, like right now, one of the biggest criticism of Baseball Hall of Fame is, well, y'all let them in. Why not Barry? Y'all let them in. Why not Roger? So to me, again, it goes back to what Kevin Durant said. These guys are ruining sports, bro. Like they personal feelings, needing the approval point, needing to be the biggest star in sports or being a shadow figure in sports to dap each other up and say we kept this dude out. Like it's to me, it's just personal. Like if you are like what Mike said with Terrell Owens, if you top three at your position, you in the Hall of Fame. Like that's it for me.
First
Like
ballot.
if I say great, like even if you say Andy Reid is better than Bill Belichick, you top three coach all time, you in the Hall of Fame. So I know for these dudes, it's personal. That's all it is, bro. It is personal. And when it's personal, I don't have to do it to everybody else. I just got to do it to you.
For sure.
Hey, let me ask y'all real quick. Is LT was first ballot?
I don't know.
One?
I could
Lawrence
check.
Taylor.
I could check right now. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure. But
Nope.
yeah, check that.
I'm almost 100% sure on that.
Yeah, he first ballot, 99.
The thing, see, here's the thing.
Ain't
and this,
nobody cheating
So,
over that nigga.
this is what I'm gonna say about it. And I'm gonna move on. I get the sentiments, and I get the if you're gonna walk this path, it's gonna be an ugly road to travel because there's a lot of names, a lot of people who are adored by the public and the media that people aren't going to want to put in that bad light per se. But I agree with Gino 1,000%, and I said this when I had first went. To me, this seemed more personal than anything, because it's like you cannot justify not putting in the greatest coach of all time on the first ballot. You can't. The only justification you can make is that, yeah, I just don't care for him. Like that's it. Like regardless of, we can sit and talk about the scandals, the cheating, whatever we talk about. They lost draft picks, they got fines, suspensions were given out, all that stuff. They still went on and won championships after. So it's like we can sit here, we can speak on these things, but we also have to add in the context of them quite literally winning Super Bowls after that. So it's like I don't get why people want to harp on these things that happened 15 years ago. And I understand why people want to speak on them now because it's a fresh topic. But I don't understand why that's a talking point to why Bill Belichick is not in a Hall of Fame gold jacket right now. It just does not make sense to me. Because when it was all said and done, when Bill left the Patriots and when he was fired, everyone agreed that he was the greatest coach to ever do it. So there shouldn't be a question what he is going to be in the next couple years when he's eligible for the Hall. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. And now that he's not, like what Gino said, or Mike said, excuse me, these dudes like names have to be put pen to paper now. Like it's like you have to make a statement saying why this did not happen. Because now that this is the case, you pretty much just set yourselves up for failure. Because now it's a situation where it's like, okay, this is what the quote unquote criteria is, or what people believe it is, because we may never get an official statement.
Mm-hmm.
So now that Robert Kraft is on the board, now is Robert Kraft going to be first ballot executive or owner, whatever the case may be? Is Tom Brady going to be the first ballot Hall of Famer that we all believe he is? And if he's not, then at the very least I can say it was consistent. But if he is, I'm sorry, bro. It just shows like what KD said, what you just alluded to, Gino, about KD. It's too personal. Like these guys, and I said this about Ryan Clark a couple weeks back when he had that little standoff with Aaron Rodgers, and it was another player I can't remember right now. I was saying, RC, man, like when you make these things personal, at that point, you lost it. Like the argument is done. The debates, the sports talk, whatever, it's done now. And for me, I think it's truly saddening because this is a game at the end of the day we all love, enjoy watching. So to see that it get discredited to this extent because of personal feelings is unfortunate, man.
Mhm.
But I want to move off into some NBA news real quick before we move off into the last topic.
It was me. I was the one who voted for Bill not to get in. It was me.
Crazy.
You ain't gonna
But
pay.
I want to speak on the Clippers, man. The Clippers have been catching fire lately. They are 15-3 in their last 18 games. They have the best record to this point for any team that started the season 6-21. And right now they're viably going to be a play-in team and possibly compete for a playoff spot. So my only question for y'all is, are we buying into the Clippers and what they are right now?
No. No.
Are we
Absolutely
buying into the Los Angeles Clippers and what they? No, hell, they the Clippers. Fuck no. Why would we ever do that? They gotta show it. You gotta see it. You gotta prove that shit.
Bro, we're not gonna see anything because knock on. I'm wishing nothing but the best, but it's just a matter of time before Kawhi Leonard sprays an ankle, or the arthritis kicks in because he has
I don't feel like it.
he has a bunch of nagging injuries that are going to affect him for a lifetime. That quad injury he suffered in San Antonio, it was chronic, so it's never going to go away. It's going to flare up. It's going to do something. When the playoffs hit, James Harden is going to be so tired from carrying the 82 games of the regular season that in the first round, they're going to get to game 7. He's going to go like 1 for 14, 12 points, 9 assists, 2 rebounds, and they're going to lose in game 7. If we're buying into the Clippers possibly winning the first round series, I'll put $1 on it. That's it. Maybe a play-in game, but they're not going anywhere. LA, the Clippers are done. They're finished. If Kawhi shows he can be healthy for the rest of the year, you package him up and you get as much as you can back for him. Ship out James Harden. Just blow it up, bro. Just start fresh. Because with a older James Harden and an injury-riddled Kawhi, who's old health-wise, he may be young still, but he's old health-wise. You're not going anywhere, especially in the Western Conference, because you can't run with Oklahoma City. You don't have the depth to battle with the Spurs. The Lakers are the Lakers, but you're not going to beat the Lakers in the 7-game series because honestly, on the court with Luka, Kawhi, James Harden, and LeBron James, Luka Doncic is going to be the best player. Like there's nothing that the Clippers are going to do. They're not going to go out the first round. Maybe they'll win a play-in game, but that's it. So if you ask me if I buy into that, yeah, but second round championship, no.
Okay. So what you got, Gino?
It's not, put it like this, not that I buy into the Clippers. It's that if the Clippers are going to play with what I feel like at this point is house money, they can present problems at times for teams that are not mentally tough. I'm not saying like the Clippers or the Golden State Warriors. I'm not saying like that is Chicago, the prime Chicago Bulls. Like, don't get me wrong. I understand what you're saying, Brizo. Kawhi is always a moment away from being injured. The problem is, like, if I'm teams in the Western Conference and my name is in Oklahoma City, and I know San Antonio really, should be sent, but it'll be their first go around. If I do get tangled with LA, and if I do run the unfortunate circumstance of Kawhi making it through 2 weeks, as a Western Conference team not named Oklahoma, I don't know if I would want to play them when they got house money. I'm not saying they going far. I'm not saying they win the championship, but I do buy into this idea that if I'm in the playoffs, I'm the home team with the advantage, and I run the unfortunate event. Kawhi is healthy for that 2-week block, and there's all this expectation on us to win and not them. I don't know if I would want to play the Clippers when they have nothing to lose. That's the only thing that I will buy. is that I wouldn't want to get tangled with them in an unnecessary 7-game series that maybe I win, but it takes so much out of me that I go to the next series and don't win. So I buy them as not a threat, but a problem. They can become a problem that lingers into the next series just because you have the bad luck of they playing with house money. They know they're not gonna win a championship. They don't feel any anxiety to take these shots, anything like that. Steve Ballmer, no, he ain't. He's just gonna be a madman cheering just because the lights is on, damn near. So I don't buy them winning a championship. I like what you say of the Lakers. I don't trust the Lakers mentally to be in a situation where, even though Luka is the best player on the court, if there starts to become a pressure point for him to get it done, and the Clippers can push that pressure point, and the Lakers don't respond to that pressure point like they did with Ant last year, that can become a problem. San Antonio kind of being inexperienced, that could potentially be a problem. If I'm OKC, really not a problem. Houston could potentially be a problem. So again, not picking them to win a championship, but if they was in the Eastern Conference, I wouldn't want the Pistons to tangle with them.
Gino, them niggas suck, man.
I
Them
wouldn't
niggas suck, man.
I wouldn't want the Pistons to have a 7-game series with them. I wouldn't want the off chance that I get 2 weeks of healthy Kawhi. Like that's the only thing I'm buying with the Clippers. They can be a problem as to where they would take so much out of the Pistons, then we would lose to the Knicks, trying to chase James and trying to chase Kawhi. That's all I'm buying with the Clippers is they can present a problem, and if they don't eliminate you, they can take so much from you if they not hurt that they damn near eliminate you the next round.
No lie, you got a better chance of them being hurt than losing to them. But go ahead, Mike.
I mean, Mike pretty much won.
Nah, so like at the end of the day, bro, we're talking about the Los Angeles Clippers, bro. Like they the Clippers, bro. Like they always gonna clip. They gonna fuck up. They gonna fall off. They did the same shit last year. Went on a nice little run. Got in the playoffs. Even had us believing that they could potentially win their first round series against Denver, which they should have won. To be honest, they blew that series. It's gonna happen. Kawhi is gonna, wake up and realize he don't like basketball again, or whatever the fuck be going through his mind sometimes. Because it ain't always health. You can literally tell sometimes with dude, like you can see it in his face, bro. It ain't always health related, bro. Just don't be really giving a fuck sometimes. God, it is what the fuck it is. And he been holding their ass hostage for the last 6 seasons
since 2019.
Since 2019, like, and you granted Paul George didn't have the best injury track record either, but you had no problem giving 20-game Kawhi 150 million guaranteed. But when PG went with the same deal, you looked at PG like he was smoking crack, even though that was the nigga that took you to the conference finals by himself with a bunch of role players. So it's just like,
nah, man, I hate to see it for him.
It's just bad, bro. And like Breeze was saying, like James Harden gonna be tired. They gonna get all worn out, bro. They older team. They got older players. The veterans they have, they win games because they have veterans with common sense who play sound basketball. But at the end of the day, and that may come in handy in the playoffs, but you got to get into the playoffs. And I just don't trust them sustaining this past the All-Star break to even get in without being a play-in team. So,
I just want to say this in regards to the Clippers. It's more so about individual respect I want to give, and I gotta give props to James Harden, man. I mean, James Harden last year was the second All-NBA player. I believe top 3 in assists last season. Still give you 20 points a game. He's a guy who I thought was done. I thought he was sent to the Clippers for, honestly, to just go there to pretty much end his career off in the bright city of LA. But he's really out there competing, man. I got to give him credit. And, for what it's worth, he's been their best player the last 2 years, if we're being completely honest. So I got to give James Harden credit for that. But as far as buying into the Clippers, I mean, I think the game of basketball is based on matchups. I don't like their chances against a lot of teams, but you never know, bro. And I'm not going to say I'm picking them to beat anybody because I'm really not. But it's certain teams that they can have success against that I think if it goes left at the beginning of the series, I think it could be a long series. But overall, I'm not sitting here betting or believing that the Clippers are gonna go on some kind of magical fairy tale run to get to the conference finals and nothing like that. I don't think it's happening. At the end of the day, though, this is a team that's surprising the world right now because a lot of people just thought at this point of the season they would have been trading off players for whatever they could get. A lot of people thought Ty Lue probably would have been fired by this point. So this is a situation where they are playing with house money, like Gino alluded to. And it's also a situation where they have, I mean, when you have no expectations, you ain't got nothing to lose. So they're going to go out there and play freelance basketball, and whether it works or not, the result going to remain the same, at least we think it is. So they ain't no skin off their back.
But the sad part is, it is expectation though. It is because remember, they moved into that new arena. The owner dropped a bag on that new arena.
Now, if you want to talk about the finances, then yeah, because it goes deeper than just the arena. It's about this whole situation, the scandal with Kawhi, and them pretty much laundering money and other businesses to give him money under the table. You want to talk about the commercials, billboards that they've ran these last couple years, saying LA's theirs now for the taking, and them speaking in regards to taking over the city or whatever. Like, I get it. If you want to say that, then yes, 1,000%. But I don't think anyone outside of that organization and the fan base bought into that at any point. I just don't believe that.
Oh no, it was real, bro. It was real. It was real, bro.
No, I'm not saying it wasn't real. What I'm saying is, were people really out here believing, who outside of the fan base and the organization, whatever really people out here believe in the LA Clippers, who have never won a Western Conference Finals in their history of a franchise, was really just going to become that big of an issue?
Yeah, because the West was up for grabs at that point, bro. Remember when they assembled that Kawhi PG tandem? If I'm not mistaken, that was maybe like LeBron first or second year in LA.
That was Bron's second year, yeah.
So think was that AD first or second year?
First.
Okay, so that was AD first year. They didn't know how it was going to work, and then remember, PG was just coming off a season when he was third in MVP voting, and Kawhi is Kawhi. He just took the Raptors to the finals, and they had Pat Beverly. They thought this team was similar to the Bulls with Jordan, Scottie, and Ron Harper defensively. That's what they were saying.
Yeah. But
so bro, it was there. They believed it. It was there.
No, I if we're going back in the time machine and talk about 7 years ago, yeah, I agree with that. But I'm speaking on what the team is today. And I don't think them expectations are the same as what they was 7 years ago. And they can't be. Because at this point, we all know what Kawhi Leonard is. Kawhi Leonard is a great player when he's on the court. The problem is you probably have him only 30, 35 games a season in terms of him at like his pinnacle, where he's his healthiest. And then you have to tie into the fact that you don't have the depth you once had. There is no Lou Will coming off the bench. There is no Montrezl Harrell. There isn't a Patrick Beverly, a defensive stopper at the guard position for you who can take on the best perimeter matchup on any given night. You have a team that is built of now Chris Dunn, John Collins, old man Brook Lopez at this point. So it's like you don't. Zubac has played well as well, so I got shout out him. He got a lot better from what I remember him being in the Lakers jersey. But
they didn't give him a chance.
Yeah, that's true. You're right about that. But the thing is, bro, they just don't have the same talent, and they've been scratching and clawing to get names in the building just to sell tickets at this point. Because the reason you go out to get Bradley Beal is to sell tickets. You're not gonna tell me you're trying to compete with a guy that literally got traded to the Suns to compete, and they did the quite literal opposite. So I'm not believing in the Clippers expecting championships at this point. I think they're just trying to sell tickets.
Yeah, and that's
be wrong.
Yeah, and that's why I say, like, at least in the first round, if you really not focus that first round, that can potentially be a problem if your name is not Oklahoma City. If you are not focused that first round, just the first round, second round, third round, all that not happening, but that first round you not focused, and you get 2 weeks or a week or enough to cause a problem. Like some of them teams are not mentally tough like that, Breezo. Like some of them teams you look at in the playoffs right now, they not even just with the Clippers, they are a bad start away from mentally collapsing. And then you put that pressure on them in terms of trying to stop Harden or stop Kawhi. Like when I look at the Clippers, if I'm not the Thunder, who I feel like can overcome them, even if they fell down like 2-1, I would rather just be. I would rather buy. I would rather. I would buy. I want to bypass them.
Yeah, but they're not mentally tough either.
Yeah, Oklahoma City choking.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the Clippers aren't mentally tough either. Like I agree with what you're saying, but they're also not mentally tough.
Yeah, but I'm saying, Mike, in this situation, since they have no expectation, like there is no.
And they're just more dangerous.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the expectation for the Clippers wouldn't even kick into like third round. Like if they made it to the third round, now that's when the Clippers would have expectation back, be in their head. But first round versus the Spurs, I feel like people would still pick the Spurs when we in. If the Spurs started off flat by them being young, that could be a problem. You know, not saying that they would automatically lose, but it could be something like Denver last year where we barely get by y'all. Y'all expose some problems, and ultimately tangling with y'all just really wasn't good for business. Like it really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Again, Oklahoma City is still better than them, but me personally, I'm glad they're in the West because I wouldn't want to even tangle with them in the East because it would just be a problem for Detroit with a healthy Clippers team where we would get by, but I ain't trying to expend all that energy before New York or Boston, to be honest.
Man, Gino's scary, man.
Man, I'm telling the truth.
Gino's scary.
I learned my lesson with the Commanders. I ain't underestimate nobody, brother.
Jaylen Brown dropped 50 on them bums.
Man, on the Clippers.
Let's move off into the last segment, man. So look, guys. Hey, you said what?
Nah, his camera was froze for a second. My bad, T.
What you said?
My eyes was frozen?
Nah. Breezer, yours was frozen for a second.
Nah, I'm back. What you said?
No, I was about to say we're gonna get into the last topic on the night, man. Hey, listen, we gotta keep 3, cut 5, first overall picks, NBA edition, man. We ain't doing NBA in a while, so let's go ahead and see where y'all minds at with this, man. So, hey, first name up, guy, legend to the game, game changer. I got Allen Iverson to answer himself.
Cut. Who? Let me draw the boat. I'm telling you.
No. Last time you said let me draw the boat, you crashed.
Let me draw. I
didn't hear the name. Just say the name.
AI.
Oh yeah, we can cut AI next.
Nigga did all that just to agree with me.
Oh, nigga, because your driving skills be shaking. You be driving.
I got my CDLs. Watch this.
That's the problem. You on a boat. You talking about a CDL? Nigga, that's a truck.
All right, so y'all cutting AI, man. All right, so next name I got David Robinson.
The Admiral?
The Admiral himself, yes, sir.
He can go.
Bruh.
Nigga, think about the number one pick. We talking about Shaq, Bron. Nigga, I keep going.
Shaq, Bron, Tim Duncan, maybe.
We only keep 3, nigga. He's not better than Tim. He's not better than Tim. And that was nigga on his team.
But you think T gonna really load up the roster like that, bro?
We got 6 names left?
Is keep 3, cut 5. He put all right, so I'm gonna agree with you.
You think David Robinson is a top 3 number 1 overall pick?
I'm gonna agree with you, bro. Oh, okay. The man did drop. He is one of the only players to drop a quadruple double, but
good for him.
Go ahead, T.
Man, said good for him.
Go ahead, T.
Hey man, it's crazy. Hey, next name up, man. We got the young phenom, man. We got Victor Wembanyama.
Nah, nigga, you driving.
I'm saying, nigga, you see what I'm saying?
Nah, you cut my brake line, so go ahead, you drive.
Nah, I cut the brake line. This nigga, I ain't the only one to vote though. Y'all can outvote me.
I'm gonna say keep, bro.
Say it again, Gino.
We gonna keep. I'm keeping.
Yeah, me too, nigga. It's an alien.
We cutting. Nah, Shouldn't have cut
We
Robinson.
cut alien, bro. We cutting the alien, bro.
Thanks, thanks. I appreciate you.
What
Go
you say
ahead.
we cut who?
We gonna keep.
Man, shouldn't have cut Robinson, but that's another
Okay,
debate.
well, let's see who left.
Yeah, let's see who left.
All right, okay.
We keeping Wimby.
Okay.
And
Y'all
keep cutting everybody.
I want an apology from you, nigga.
All right. Y'all keeping Victor Wembanyama. Okay. Next name up. Hey, one of the greatest defensive players this game has ever seen. I got Dwight Howard.
Cut.
I agree. We cutting that guy.
We
Like
cut.
him.
All right. Hey, respect to Dwight being on this list, brother.
No respect. Cut.
You tripping. Now, see what I'm saying? That's why I'm driving.
No respect. Cut.
Next name I got, man. I got Tim Duncan.
Keep.
See? You wanted to keep David Robinson ass too, right?
I wanted to cut Wemby.
Fuck out of here, man.
Wemby ain't even got chin hair yet. You talking about this nigga amazing.
Talking about quadruple doubles and shit.
We gonna keep Tim Duncan.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all keeping Tim. Okay.
All right.
We gonna keep, bro. Greatest power forward ever. If
took
you get,
over-
if you
Listen,
top
you
20
took over the driving. So if this nigga say Brian and Shaq in these last few names, I don't want his shit else. You are no longer allowed to drive. Big deal?
All right, so hey, listen.
Go ahead, man.
Next name up, man. Hey, I guess that we got the Diesel himself. We got Shaq on the board.
See, we gonna hold out for Brian.
Motherfuckers don't
How many
listen.
we got left? How many people we got left?
Don't listen, boy. I
Two
told
left. It's
Two left.
I told niggas, bro.
Now watch the last player be like Michael Olowokandi or something.
It better be, nigga, because if it ain't, you're never driving ever again.
Well, look, T got some bullshit in it.
Yeah, I'm gonna be some bullshit, nigga, if the
Bro,
other-
what y'all doing, bro? What y'all doing, bro?
So look, so right now, who we got? Right now, who we got? Wemby, who was terrible.
You got Wemby, Tim fucking Duncan, and you want to keep Shaq too?
You wanted to keep Wemby.
Nigga, I wanted to keep. I said Shaq and Bron.
Speak English.
I speak English, motherfucker. You wanted to keep David Robinson, nigga. That was before Wemby.
Over Wemby, yeah.
Then I also told you David Robinson wasn't even the best nigga on his team. Then he named Tim Duncan. So we kept the nigga for you.
Bro,
so now we're down to one person left.
What you mean? Tim Duncan came when the average was like 50.
Listen, man, who y'all, what y'all doing with Shaq? Man?
Y'all niggas cut Shaq. Go ahead and make that decision.
What you want to do, man?
Yeah, we in a bind now.
Yeah, ain't got no choice. Go on, cut him. Oh yeah, ain't got no choice.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie. I can't roll with that one, Mike. What you thinking, Mike?
Fucking breeze, man. Nah, brother, you wanted to drive again. You did.
Nah, look, nigga kicked me out the car. Now he want to try to drive me back.
I say that shit like 2 days ago?
He letting you,
Nah, Mike, it's on you. It's on you.
Niggas want to keep Tim Duncan when I said hold out for Shaq and Braun. So
Mike, it's on you. It's on
not
you.
on me, nigga. You cooked us.
Michael Wembanyama, it's on you.
Nah, it's on you.
Bro, who y'all got, bro? Who y'all got? Cut or keep?
We ain't got no choice.
I plead the
nigga.
fifth.
Breeze said hold out for Brown, so we got to cut Shaq.
Look, he said it.
All right,
you said it. Nigga.
He said it.
All right, okay. Y'all cutting Shaq, man. So hey, I got all y'all cuts out the way. So listen, we got. Oh my bad, I'm tripping. I got one more name. So hey, this name gonna be whether y'all keep or cut the last one. So we got. Last name, we got Anthony Davis.
Yeah, nigga, go ahead, Breeze, speak up.
Nah, nigga, you the one cut Shaq.
Nah, nigga, you wanted to keep Tim Duncan. I told you hold out for Shaq and Braun. Niggas didn't listen to me. You want to keep Tim, so now you can make the decision.
You the one cut him.
We cutting AD.
Watch the last pick. Man, last one about to be
If we get Ralphus the same as AD, can't either one of them stay healthy. So what's the difference?
Why you pick Wemby then?
Why would you pick Tim Duncan when I said hold out for Shaq and Braun?
Why would you? Who's better, Wemby or Tim?
Who's better, Shaq and Braun or Tim, nigga?
Bro, you really comparing Wemby?
You want to keep David Robinson, my nigga.
Bro.
So David Robinson, like you said, we would have cut Wemby. You would have picked Tim, and then we would have still been stuck. So what's your point?
What has Wemby done?
Answer my question. We would have kept David Robinson, like you said. We'd have cut Wemby. We'd have took Tim.
People over here having a whole argument.
Nah, man. he trying to blame it on me when he kept Wemby.
I said hold out for Shaq and Braun, bro.
He took a nigga still drinking Similac and want to blame it on me.
So what
what you want to do, bro? You want to cut AD or you want to keep him, bro?
Man, I feel like the last one about to be Kwame Brown, bro.
Bro, what we doing? What we doing?
I feel like about to be Bust Light, bro.
I don't think so, bro.
It's about to be Bust Light.
Go
I don't
ahead.
think this shit.
Bro, the last one, Anthony Bennett. Watch.
What y'all doing?
We might well keep AD, bro.
Y'all keeping
y'all
AD?
doing?
All right, I just wanted to go on record. I don't agree with these niggas, but go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Gino got it. Hey, me and Mike made our picks. Gino got the last pick, man.
Oh, so y'all keeping AD?
Yeah, I feel like gonna be Kwame Brown, bro.
All right. Okay.
Bron, he laughing.
Yeah, it's gonna be Brown and Kwame. One of the two.
Listen. In this keep 3, cut 5. Y'all cut David Robinson. Kept Tim Duncan. Y'all cut AI. Y'all cut Dwight Howard. Y'all kept AD. Y'all kept Wembanyama. Y'all cut Shaq. And unfortunately, fellas, y'all did cut LeBron James.
Stupid, man. Hold your black ass, bro. When a nigga say, Will, Mike, you can drive, and then he want to take the steering wheel back, and I say, hold out for Shaq and Brown.
Nah.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
And I ain't gonna lie, y'all boys took an L on that one. Y'all cut Shaq and LeBron.
I told the niggas wait for Shaq and Brown. You can
bro. When a nigga picked Wemby
when a nigga wanted to keep David Robinson and Tim Duncan, you was gonna
over
cut Shaq
Wemby,
and Brown away.
I'll take David Robinson over Wemby.
You're not taking him over Tim, Shaq, or Bron.
I kept him.
But you cut Shaq and Bron, nigga.
Y'all cut him.
No, we didn't cut shit.
I wasn't here. You got no proof that I was here. Y'all did it.
I knew it was on it back. I said it, bro.
I got an alibi. I wasn't here.
Bron, bro.
That's
I
crazy.
told niggas hard-headed, bro.
Man, don't listen to Mike no more, man.
Don't listen to Mike when Mike, you can clip the shit said we waiting on Shaq and Bron.
When a nigga
Don't
picked
listen to Mike.
Wemby.
Listen to Breeze who want to keep Tim Duncan and David Robinson.
Nigga
They would have
picked
still
Wemby.
cut Shaq or Bron.
Nigga picked Wemby.
And you was gonna pick David Robinson and Tim, nigga. I mean, you would have cut Shaq or Bron
Over Wemby.
Crazy because y'all didn't keep not one of them. Y'all did cut both.
That's what I'm saying,
It's Mike's
bro.
fault.
Y'all ain't
Ain't
keep
no Mike fault. Nigga told you who we did.
It's Mike's fault, bro.
Hardhead niggas,
It's
man.
Mike's fault, man.
That's that Indianapolis coat in your head. You think you a lucky
Nah,
horseshoe, nigga. You're not.
You got a brain deficiency. That's
No,
from
nigga, you have a
Niners fan.
common sense deficiency. I told you.
That's
the
from being a
fuck
Niners fan, bro.
Yeah,
I told
man,
you
we
what was gonna
crazy.
happen, and you didn't listen, bro.
Nah, it's all Mike's fault.
Hardhead nigga, bro.
Typical Niner behavior.
Told the nigga who was coming.
But
Yeah, okay, throat goat. Watch yourself.
Hey, man. Hey, listen. So, hey, appreciate y'all tuning in to the show once again, man. That one definitely got to get clipped. If y'all want to see the clip live,
Yeah, clip the whole thing. Clip the nigga line too.
Clip Mike taking Wemby.
we're going to go ahead and clip that. I'm clipping that tomorrow. I might post it either maybe this weekend or Monday.
Hey, man.
I already got some stuff lined up.
The Wemby glaze is crazy.
Extra glasses, extra eye, extra set of eyes, and you still fucked up. That's
The
crazy.
Wemby glaze, bro.
It's about Wemby, nigga. We had Brian and Shaq and Wemby. I'm cool with them three.
Nigga got PTSD from Niners injuries and picked Wemby.
You got PTSD from this season. Clearly, Achilles injuries done took your legs and your brain.
Gino, you got anything before we head out, bro?
Hey, man.
I don't know, man. Get well soon with George Kittle, man.
Yeah, hey, before we head out, T, I don't know what topics you got tomorrow, but hopefully we can get into this Ant-Man thing, bro.
What's up with Ant?
You talking about his getting snubbed?
Nah, with all this controversy in Minnesota with them wanting him to speak up.
Oh, yeah. I got you. I was. It's crazy because I was just reading up on that literally before we got on. So that we definitely gonna speak on that.
He's gonna be just like his pops. He gonna do what his dad did.
Crazy word, but hey, we. That's crazy.
Y'all saw what Mike did, man. When they asked Mike, "Hey, Mike, what you think about this?" Hey, man, Republicans buy Jordans too, man.
Hey, listen, man, we gonna
just be saying shit. Don't do that to Ant, bro.
He gonna do the same.
That's funny as hell.
Hey, so we gonna go ahead and call it a night, fellas. I appreciate y'all once again, man.
Yep.
Peace.
Huh?